Good morning, everybody. Yes, it is very early, but it's time to get rolling. I got to get y'all taken care of in this morning devotion and challenge before I go start my workout. So, y'all, it is Red Day. So I don't know if you've already seen on Facebook. My husband is prepping for deployment, and so every Friday is Red Day, meaning remember everyone deployed. So if you want to join in at any point, please feel free to wear red on Fridays. Yay! Okay, so I sort of battle a little bit with what I'm going to talk about because, I talk really sweet about my mama all the time. I sort of make her look like she walked around with a halo on and in perfect angelic form. She had her stuff about her, y'all. And one of the things, past couple days I've been talking about self-pity. And one of the things that I saw coming from my mama, in which she got better about it in time, the Lord worked on her heart and she dealt with this, but was getting offended super easy. Now, as I recognize my life and I examine myself and where that sits with me, I can recognize there's a whole lot of things that plays into the getting offended. There can be actually some nutrient deficiencies in your world that cause you to be agitated easily, and you can prone towards when somebody else says something. When you're sick, when you feel bad. I remember my mama was sick a lot, and so I think some of that had to do with it. But I feel like one of the greatest causes of easy offense is self-pity. We think that we're entitled to a negative attitude if things aren't going our way. We feel like I surely should be served in this time, so if whatever you're saying doesn't fit me perfectly, then I carry the offense on my chest and on my shoulders, and I find myself often going there, and it switches into such a cynical spirit and bitterness, and God will not have us live there. And so I believe, and this is one of the things that my mama did understand, is learning how to live in forgiveness. Forgiving someone for what they cannot be. She had the ability to give great forgiveness on major sins against her in her life, and later she learned how to take captive those tiny little annoying offenses and make those obedient to Christ. And so I named this today Pleasing or Pitiful. And I encourage you today, as you think about, or as you go through your day, is the conversation or the words of your mouth pleasing or pitiful? Is the spirit that resides in you pleasing or pitiful? There's a little snippet in My Utmost that says, if you have become bitter or sour, it is because when God gave you a blessing, you clutched it for yourself. Whereas, if you had poured it out unto the Lord, you would have been the sweetest person out in heaven. If you were always taking blessings to yourself and never learning to pour out anything unto the Lord, other people do not get their horizon enlarged through you. In other words, if you are living in bitterness and an offended spirit, in pitiful, pathetic conversation and a pitiful spirit, then nobody is going to be able to experience the flow, the living water that God is to flow through you, that He desires to flow through you. So let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be pleasing unto you, be acceptable to you, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. That I feel like we should switch that around. O Lord, my rock and my redeemer, because you are that. Therefore, the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart will be pleasing unto you. Make that commitment to the Lord today. Also, go over into Philippians 4, and not only does it say, don't be anxious about anything, and that is a direct statement to you. Do not be anxious, but in everything, with prayer and petition and thanksgiving, give it to the Lord, and He will give you a peace that passes understanding. And because He gives you that, you're going to be able to avoid that pitiful spirit, and you'll be pleasing. And it goes down in Philippians to say, whatever is pure, whatever is noble, whatever is of good report, think on these things. So if somebody says something to you today that just offends the snot out of you, you cast your eyes to Calvary, because he is the one who can take you up out of that pitiful place. Okay, so we are still on 30-second plank. And I want you to continue through the week, even through the weekend, even if I'm not doing a reminder, continue to do 2 30-second planks a day, because Monday we're going to switch around and we're going to start pressing towards a minute. We're really going to press ourselves and become stronger throughout our entire body. As you pray today, think about the people who may not know the Lord, who can come to know him even in a greater way, simply because you have turned from pitiful to pleasing in your spirit and in your conversation. All right, here we go. All right, get in your spot and go. There you go. You did it. Don't forget to get your other one in later. Whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, think on these things. God bless you, friends. Bye.